It's December 24th, Christmas Eve, and I started having contractions 2.5 hours ago, and they've been pretty much consistently every 4 or 5 minutes actually. And yeah, they're painful. They're not Braxton Hicks anymore. And looks like I'm gonna be having a Christmas baby. My worst nightmare. And I think we're gonna probably go pretty soon because we live very far away from the hospital. And I don't really want to have a baby on the road, so the only comfortable position is like sitting on the toilet, like kind of against the thing, so I've been standing otherwise. Hi, I'm in the hospital. I just got here. They put me in my horrible gown, and contractions are coming pretty quick. About to have it right now actually, but I don't really want to film it. And I just got the epidural, and she's awesome. The nurse checked me and put a catheter in. I'm still 2 to 3 centimeters right now. Sorry, my voice is shaky. I'm just shaky and itchy from the epidural. So basically I'm just chilling and enjoying the pain-free labor. So hopefully I get past 5 centimeters quickly so I don't have any complications. My water is still intact. And my husband's awesome. He's done a very good job trying to get me to breathe. And, yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'll just keep updating now that I feel better. I don't mind a camera in my face anymore. So, alright, well, I'll update you next time. So like 10 minutes before 9, they came in, broke my water, checked me, still at 3 centimeters, 2-3, not very impressive.
Stand next to your wife.
And lots of water came out, and it was clear, so now it's 10, almost 10:30, and I don't know, it's kind of slow and go. I'm feeling a little bit of pain, so they're going to up the dosage a little bit. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock exactly. I wasn't really progressing very well before now, and they were talking about what's it called? Where they help you expand your cervix.
Internal something wrong?
Internal something, I can't remember right now. They're talking about that, and if that didn't work, going C-section. But I guess they were going to check me at 1 to see where I was, but because my contractions have been picking up lately, they're going to hold off till 2, an hour from now. What else? I'm forgetting something. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Oh, I had a temperature, because I was all flushed and hot, so she took my temperature. She took the blanket off of me just to get me cooler, because I can't feel my temperature in my bottom half, because I'm numb. Having a contraction. I can feel the contractions a little bit. It's manageable, very manageable. Talking through them. Anyway, I had a temperature of 100, I think, and that went back down an hour later to 99. So that's good.
She just got out. Getting all warm in there? Getting all warm? So Regan's just warming up. She had to take some formula for her blood sugar because she's relatively large for a baby. She's 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Still have hiccups? Oh, nice.
There's my little one, Regan Rose. She's just had her meal and is chilling. She's such a sweet little girl. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about, because I stopped in my labor videos at a point where I couldn't go anymore, because the last labor video I did, I was talking about how pain was starting to be involved with my epidural. So at first the pain was tolerable. It was like minor cramping with each contraction. I could just feel the tightening. I could also feel just a little bit of pain down low, like internal. I couldn't feel my legs, couldn't feel my belly, couldn't feel all the way up to like my ribs, I guess, you know. And the guy had already pretty much maxed out my epidural medication. But the contractions started to get more and more intense where I had to breathe through them. And when I say breathe, I mean I moaned through them. I used the moaning technique. Instead of blowing, I went, Anyway, I'm not going to do it. Always shaking her head at me like that wasn't real. But it was more intense than that, yes. I'm not going to do it for real. I'd be embarrassed. Anyway, it got bad. I could feel everything except for the outside of my body. I can feel everything internal, which is great when you're supposed to have an epidural that actually works. So, how long was I doing that for?
Hours.
I was in horrible pain, and on top of that, no progress. The farthest I got was 5.5 centimeters, and that was almost it was like 20 hours, I think, into labor, and they had broken my water.
9:30 a.m.
Yeah. And it was about 12 hours with breaking my water. Nothing was happening. They tried to give me Pitocin, that wasn't working.
Well, they couldn't give you too much.
They gave me like level 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Then it goes up to 20 normally.
Yeah, and they can't give me much because I'm a repeat. I had a C-section before, and they don't want to stress the uterus out and have it rupture. So basically, the other option was waiting it out forever and a half for no reason and have the C-section anyway, or just have the C-section now.
You keep getting messages, that's what it is.
I'm getting messages because I had a baby. Okay, so I opted to wait it out for like another hour, I think, because I got a low-grade fever. They gave me stuff for that. Antibiotics, and what? That's it. Oh, okay, so I opted for the C-section an hour later. Said, let's get the baby out. I was actually kind of excited. I was emotional, but that's the hormones and me going like, baby's coming, you know.
You were okay.
I was crying, but I was just, let's do this thing. Excited. And no one could tell with my face looking that way, but I was excited. I was like, meh. Anyway, so they brought me to the OR, and the anesthesiologist was puzzled by my predicament. He's like, why isn't it working? I don't get it. And so he gave me more epidural during them prepping me in the room. Still was not touching it. So he gave me like triple the amount he'd ever give anyone. He's like, oh yeah, you'll be so numb now. And I was. And I was so numb. So numb. And they operated, took my beautiful 9-pound, 12-ounce little girl. Not dainty, no, not at all. Big fat baby! Took her out. And
talk about the differences between Pierce, because last time you were all drugged up and kind of loopy.
Last time during my C-section, I actually felt them cutting into me, so I kind of freaked out and said, I'm feeling something, and then they doped me up with something where I couldn't focus, I couldn't see, and this time I could actually see her. They took her out, and I was like, my mom was in the room too, because she was taking photos, or she was supposed to, but she never did. She saw the baby, she's like, oh, she's big! And I saw her, and I was like, she is big. And she was. Almost a 10-pounder. And, yeah, that's the fun times. Labored for no reason.
Talk about the difference between the C-section, last one, like your feeling.
So recovery-wise, the first C-section was just more shocking and more painful. This one is still painful, but it's not as bad. It's tolerable. It's to be expected. So I'm very swollen, very swollen, everywhere. So yes, Christmas baby, born December 25th. At what time was it?
It says 7:56.
7:56 p.m. She was 20 3/4 inches and 9 pounds 12 ounces. So we have our little angel, and more updates will be here. They're just probably gonna be very slow. And yeah, so Merry Christmas to us.